Hey, what is up YouTube? This is another video with your boy Godfrey, and we are doing another redstone video. We're going to be doing a bunch of circuits today. Whoops. We are going to be doing a bunch of circuits today once I get set up here. Should be good enough. And let's get started. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you guys today is this elevator sort of staircase that I've made. There you go, up and down. And I don't have a button for down here yet, so we'll just use the same button. And up, up, there we go. And this is just another one I have built over here, just to show you guys how easy it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a third one over here. I have no idea what this was, but I think this was just a test. And we'll keep on going over here. Alright, so wherever you want to do this, guys, just make sure you put your first block down. This is going to, actually, it really doesn't matter if it's built. So, I'm going to put a piece of dust on top, a redstone torch down beside it, and a repeater coming out of the torch, as well as a repeater pointing back into the dust with a 3-tick delay, 2 clicks on the repeater. Then use a regular piston, not sticky, and extend up, and then grab yourself some sand, just like that. Put some redstone down here beside it, and there you go, that is the monostable circuit. So that drops, and then it does it twice, there you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag redstone out from this line, sorry, redstone out from the line, do however many you want to do. I think I have 5 on my other one. Anyways, just nice and stable, or nice and simple. So we'll use purple wool, put a torch down on each one after you've put a repeater in front of each block. It'll power off each torch, and then stick a block down on top of each one. What we're then going to do is go around behind and just oh, whoops, I forgot to switch off my torches. Switch on my torches. Oops. There we go. And then for this, guys, you will have to use half slabs, unfortunately, so pick a half slab you want to use. For this, I guess I'll just stick with what I've been consistent with and use quartz slab. Get rid of your sand, you won't be needing that again. So there you go, you've got yourself 2 quartz half slabs, or whatever half slabs, on top of this bit here. And then you just flick that switch, and there you go, you've got a double extension, which these blocks will be behind, so you won't really have to worry about it. So the easiest way is either to go lateral with this, or downwards. So if you wanted to do that, so there you go, obviously. So this is why you have to use half slabs, guys, because you actually have to go a slab above your floor slabs here, just to make a small step. So if you wanted to do this under a staircase, that'd be easiest. This is just kind of like an alternate staircase door, I guess. 2 wide, there you go. So like I said, guys, it's really simple. If you just want to see how this looks as a final product here with no nice, my internet's actually not acting up at all. So there you go, it's just nice and simple. Oops. Need that to be open. So if I had stretch arms and I could press that from there, we would be activating our lever, which, like I said before, guys, will not actually sit level with the rest of it. So you could even drop those out and just go like this, make it a full staircase. Or do whatever you want, guys. Like I said, you could just do even this small little bump here if you wanted to, and then return it back to normal. But let's be serious, that's not what you guys want to know. You guys want to know how to hook this up to a button so you can get up and down from both sides. At least I'm assuming you do. That's what I would want to know. So now that our lever is off and our torches are off as well, we're just going to break this lever and we're going to drag this out, however many blocks you really want, and whichever way you want. Obviously my redstone is here, I would cover this, and my build is here, so you want to button up and down. What I would do then is go 2 blocks away from the repeaters, right here, and just come out, and then just go back in on a split path. Do 1 for the bottom, and just a split path up top. Again, this is all just for buttons, guys. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But what I am going to do is, I actually lied about this. I'm going to keep all this because that is viable, but I needed to do a T flip-flop, which is why I was dragging it out this way. So just down level with the ground, you want to put a vertical T flip-flop, or a horizontal. 2 blocks away with a block of red. Wow, okay, so not only am I not high enough, there we go, there we go. Just knock those 2 out of there, stick a block of redstone there, and extension. And we will drop that out of there. There we go. Sorry guys, I should have said, so your blocks are 2 blocks apart, or your flip-flops are 2 blocks apart in the center, so 4 blocks total, 1 on each end of the 4, and 1, and 2 and 3 are open, with a redstone block in between to power this inverter. So what we're going to do is connect the 2 torches that we put on the side. These torches power each piston. And then what we're going to do is actually drag a redstone line out this way, which is why I didn't delete all of this. And just leave that out. Whoops, this needs to go like that, into the top dust. So you could do a lever, but I would really advise using buttons. So these are button outputs, so if you go more than 16 blocks away, you will need to use a repeater. So obviously if you have a setup like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blocks away, and is in fact perfect. And there we go. Whoops. So obviously my buttons are a little bit out of place, but interesting. Okay, so I'm going to stick a repeater down here and see if that solves my problems. There we go. So, up and down. There you go, guys. Tiny circuit, nice and easy. Obviously, you would hide everything here, make your room this way, or just simply stick all of this underground and make staircases, spiral staircases with your redstone. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the easiest way is just 1, 2, 1, 2, and just continue going up like that with your redstone for however long or far you want your buttons away. Vertical, obviously this would save me a bit of space with this, but not really all that much. Like I said, if you guys were maybe planning on having these like way underground in a building perhaps, and you want to really hide your redstone, you'll probably want to do a spiral staircase, and then again every 16 blocks needs to be a repeater. So, and then again, you would obviously have to go, you could put your repeater here, your redstone here, here, and then continue upwards. Upwards. And there you go. And there you go, guys. That is the first circuit of the redstone insanity video, and now we are going to get on to the, what are we doing next? We are doing one of these things. What are these called? Portcullis. This is just all my different floors. Now we have 3 of them. So a portcullis, guys, as you can see, I've got all of the exposed wiring, and it runs on pretty much the exact same principle as these floors do. Just keep in mind the wiring here. Repeaters, blocks, torches, pistons, floor block. Repeaters, blocks, torches, pistons, floor block. The only difference is the retraction versus the extension. So what you guys are also noticing here is I have another set of double extension pistons up here at the top, which these are in fact wired up over here, which you can't see all of the wiring, which is why I am going to do a tutorial. So pick a space about 23, 24 blocks long, and whichever side you want the inside of your castle to be, or the inside of your portcullis, sorry, I'll specify. This is the inside. This is where you can lock it out from if you actually had walls and your lock-out switch did anything. You could lock it open, or you can lock it closed. So there you go, guys. That's closed, obviously, and locked. There you go. You're now locked inside your castle to do your evil deeds, whatever it is they may be. So like I said, guys, wherever you want the inside of your castle to be, that's where you're going to put this first block. So if you're going to follow the tutorial, first block down, redstone on top, torch on any side, does not matter, but that'll be the direction that your portcullis goes. Just remember that. So torch down, regular piston in the ground so it comes up just like that. Put those away because you're not going to need them again. Pull some sand out. And go down beside the sand here with a block of dust, and then a repeater with a 3-tick delay, 2 clicks on the repeater, back into our first block here. So whichever way you put the torch, you're going to carry on from the right of the torch. So if you put the torch here, you'd be going out here. If you put the torch here, you'd be going out here, so on and so forth. Just make sure you built your circuit the same way I did, whichever way you built it. And so however many repeaters, or sorry, however much you want this to extend, I did a full extension there, I'll do a full extension here. Still working. And that shouldn't be working, right? Correct, alright. So like I said, guys, full extension. I hate when I do that. And then in front of every single piece of dust, we're going to stick down a repeater, including the one directly beside our monostable circuit here. In front of every repeater, we're going to put down a block, not a floor block, don't worry about that yet. Oh, too many blocks. So for all the different redstone part, guys, I will be using different colored wool, as you can see in my other builds there, just to keep it as least complicated as possible. So just put a torch down in front of every single one of these repeaters. You don't have to fly around the back. I don't know why I did. And then this, whichever your floor block is where you will want to be using that. Please, for the love of God, guys, do not use sand. And you can use sandstone if you really wanted to, but I'll go over the top and I will use diamonds. So just toss some diamonds down on here on your floor. And then what you're going to do is just turn that diamond shape. Whoops, I lied. Don't listen to me. Behind your row of ridiculous diamonds here, you are going to first turn on your torches. So if you haven't already added a lever, because I'm assuming you didn't, throw down a lever on the side of your first block here. Turn on the lever to turn on all the torches. What this will allow us to do is power a double piston extension behind the torches. So put a sticky piston down behind every single torch, and then another sticky piston on top of that. What you're then going to do is put a floor block down. And right where this other block of diamonds is, you are going to go on the other side of the pistons and place down another layer of floor block. Now, if you do not have the delay in this repeater here pointing back into the first block, it will never cycle properly. However, if you do have the repeater with the delay, it should become a level T-shape, just like that. What you're also going to do is just extend your floor block one more block over top of your monostable circuit. And there you go, just one more time if you want to see it, and one more time, there you go. So we're not going to use diamonds for the walls, that is very excessive, but hey, we'll use quartz. So we're coming up over top of the monostable circuit, we're going to build up 3 blocks. 1, not 2, 2, 3. So we've got our 3 block shape here. Now what we're going to do, 2 blocks at the moment. And we're going to stick a block here, and a block here. We're also going to stick 1 block here, and 1 block there. So point 2 repeaters into this block that is now above your first block, and put them both to a 4-tick delay, a full click, fully open delay repeaters. Put dust on both or all 3 of these blocks here, and this V shape, and put a button down on each one of these blocks. The gate will be here in the middle. So at the moment this shouldn't do, actually this should fully power the floor. So what we're going to do is lay out whatever we want to use. We'll use fence this time. I usually use bars, guys, but it's totally up to you. So 3 rows all the way along. Whoops, not like that. 3 rows high. So here we have it. There we go, that's our gate. And what we're going to do is put a ceiling block, which I will use diamonds again. Actually, let's use stone bricks. Why not? Mix it up. On top of every single one of your triple piston extension here. Or of your 3 high gate thing, whatever it is you're using here. And then just build your wall up. You're going to want to build your wall up 1, 2 over top of the ceiling, I do believe. Now let's go find out. We're going to press our button here. The sun is rising up into the sky, which it has done wonderfully. Now the gate is at its highest point, so what we can do here is go up 1, 2, 3 blocks, so we can start placing downward sticky pistons, just like we saw on the previous model. So go all the way across. Sorry, I can't speed this up, guys. All the way across, however long you want to make it. You can make it 1 block, you can make it 5 blocks, you can make it 15 blocks. You could make it more than 16 blocks, but you would have to put a repeater, and it requires a bit of fancy wiring. Okay, so there we go, we've got our double pistons here, and then what we're going to do is I'll get another piece of wool. We'll use light blue wool, and you're going to go level with your ceiling block. This is your ceiling block, guys, right here. So in fact, I will actually use, apparently I use silverstone brick for my ceiling, so I'm going to fix that quickly. I don't like silverstone fish. Okay, so then level with your ceiling block. You're going to put 1 block out on the back side of your pistons, guys. Back side meaning away from our first block. This is the first block, this is the back side. So on the back side, we're going to go all the way out, and then, actually this one, there's the pistons. Yeah, so run 2 rows all the way across these pistons here, and then run dust down every single one. Now again, if you guys haven't done a maximum extension, you may not need these repeaters, but the repeaters are good for separating the lines if it gets confusing when you're around here. So what we're going to do is from the side where our V shape is, we're going to put a repeater down and a repeater down. We will get to that later. So right now we have the top ready to be wired, the bottom wired. We need a lockout switch. Let's throw, you don't need a lockout switch, this is entirely up to you guys if you want to put it in. But 4 blocks above this little drop down, this V here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to want to put a downward sticky piston with a block attached. So what happens when the sticky piston is powered is it interrupts the line here, and obviously the signals go nowhere. And we take that out, and obviously the signal can be activated again. So what's happening here, guys, when you press these buttons, the signal goes down into here, down into the repeater, into this block, which sends the signal here, which cycles the pistons and pushes them up. Now what we're going to do is wire in the top. Actually, what we're going to do is finish wiring our lockout switch, which will be block level with the piston with dust down on top of it, and knock this one out of there. So if you wanted to blend in, I would say maybe use quartz. You don't have to use quartz like I am, this is just an example, guys. Get back your levers and just put an upside down lever right there. And then that will be your lockout switch. There you go. And let's wire up the rest of this. Coming down from this shape here again, this V shape that I'm talking about, we're going to make it an X now. So just come out like that. I will use my line wool now. Come out like that, just right here. Then go up one block and down one block. And just delete this one in here. So what we're going to do is put one repeater down here with, I would imagine, a 2-tick delay or 3-tick delay. With dust on top of this block level with the repeater, and a sticky piston here with any block. I'm going to put a wool block here and another block down beside the sticky piston, again with a repeater pointing this way. No ticks delay, I believe, on this repeater, pointing into a piston with a block on top and 2 sand blocks on top of that, just like this. From there, we are going to go out from our block in 2 different directions. So one that way and one that way. We're going to put a piece of dust on top of this block with a lever here and a repeater here. I believe, alright, I'm gonna have to come back to this actually. Nice and easy, I'll just go look at my other one. Because this part is actually open. Okay, so it is a repeater pointing into dust. Dust goes up, alrighty. Alright, repeater with a no-tick delay with dust up on top of it, or up in front of it, just like this. And this is where we're going to make our rising staircase. You can really call it whatever you want. I usually do this out of upside down stairs, as you can see, because these are non-opaque blocks. So grab your stairs. I'm going to be using quartz stairs because I have them in my inventory. And what we're going to do is upwards from this block, just like this, go, you can use a regular block for this if you want to. Go up 3, or 2 above the block that you're going above. Put an upside down staircase on that block. Remove the top block, add dust. There you go, you can see the connection. So what I'm actually going to do to save space here is get rid of that and put it up this way. Just like that. And then you're going to put dust on top and keep doing that all the way up until you've hooked up both of these repeaters. So just put a piece of dust down there and we will get to the top one. Avoid this with everything you have, because if you don't avoid this, you will lock out the switch every time, because you lock out your lockout switch. So what are we doing here? This will need to go. You really can do it with staircases, guys. It doesn't matter what you do, just as long as you have these upside down staircases to put the redstone on. And continue over. I'll do this guy and guy. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, there we go, that's wired in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go out again from right here, go level, and again make sure you guys keep it separate, just like this. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but just again make sure you are keeping it separate. Easiest way here is just to build out like that, and then like that. So now, it should hook in, oh. Alright, and that should work fine with no conflictions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So there we go. We've got the bulk of the wiring in. Now we just get to see if it works. Oh, a little bit off timing there. Oh, that's because I made a goof. So what in fact actually has to happen, guys, is I screwed up here. I forgot to put dust down in front of that piston. And that one. Alright, so that is all power. This has power, and now we remove the power. It gets pushed upwards, retracts, and you can go underneath. There you go. And it comes back down. It is extremely laggy. And there you go, guys. And then obviously to hide it, you would just put blocks level here with your ceiling block, and really wherever you want after that. And what you can do is, in all honesty, I suppose you could really put fence on all of these ones, and then just expend 4 fence down, and then put your ceiling block level with your pistons. That would actually be a thing, or could actually be a thing. And there you are. And those are the 2 circuits that I'm going to be showing you guys for today. Have yourselves a good one, YouTube. It's been great streaming for you, and take care.